Hello, darlings, my cherished duckling. I am Peri Lyons, and what else? It's weird. Um, okay, I'm here staring at my lovesick teenager. I'm staring at my phone like a lovesick teenager. I'm not actually staring at a lovesick teenager, which is what I started to say by accident. But if you send me one, I will be happy to stare at him or her. If I remember my teen years correctly, I was always lovesick. But um, um, I justifiably said there are a lot of people listening. So today is the 13th. It's Alfred Hitchcock's birthday. I'm also sending a big howdy to my friend Margot McDonald. It's her birthday. I'm going to thank one of my many Nancy friends. I have like 4 great friends named Nancy, but one of them gave me the bathing suit. Haha. And but that's not really interesting to you. What is interesting to you is the moon is at Aries. We just went through. I'm sorry. We're heading towards the full moon, but I'm going to do the psychic tarot weather because my protein-starved brain. How did I forget to eat today? And think, why did I not lose like 5 pounds? Okay. The psychic tarot weather is just like regular weather, except less damaging to crops. So, and I never pick the cards beforehand because that would be cheating. So I actually start, this thing that's all over YouTube now, like, if you're seeing this, it's because you're supposed to. We started doing this on this show like 5.5 years ago. I just want everybody who uses that now to send me $1, and then I will retire to a villa in the south of France with several nubile pool boys and a pet cheetah. Okay. The first card I pull will be the beginning of the week, starting today. A second card will be the middle of the week, like weekend. And the third card, you're getting the hang of this, will be the last part of the week, ending on Wednesday. And okay, while I'm doing this, I'm going to ask you to breathe in like this. And then one more on top of it. That's like that. And then you're going to breathe out like this. Like you're a whoopee cushion or a 5-year-old blowing out a birthday candle. The reason I'm doing that is because I want you to stimulate your vagus nerve, VAGUS, which regulates your central nervous system. And it also regulates part of the Cincinnati power grid, but front is vapid. And so I want you to do that while I'm doing the weather. And it's the VAGUS nerve rather than the VAGAS nerve, which is a nerve which, when stimulated, you wake up in a motel room in a Nevada city surrounded by 10 unconscious sex workers, 25,000 bottles of empty liquor, and a decade of your life missing. But enough about my personal life. Oh, okay. 1 second.
That's okay. That very strange expression was because the mic's muffled. All right. Psychic tarot weather, just like regular weather, except less damaging to crops. While I'm doing this, what I'd like everybody who's watching or listening or just passing by, or even if you're on the other side of the street and you're just psychically picking up this command, I'd like you all to sort of breathe. I want to bring our consciousness sort of in. So when you guys call in, you get the most effective, accurate readings, which you do anyway. I just like the idea of making everybody breathe together. Ready? We're going to breathe like this. And then one on top of that, like that. And then you're going to breathe out like you're a whoopee cushion or a 5-year-old blowing on a child's birthday candle. Good. We're going to keep doing that. And the first card, very interesting. 2 of Swords. You are making some sort of big decision. Can you see this? Okay. I should have used a darker deck, but this deck really spoke to me. Natalie, Chicago. I love the name Natalie, and I used to live in Chicago. So keep practicing that vagus nerve breathing, and I'll be with you in 3 to 5 minutes. And I can't wait. Yay. I can already tell I like you. So, all right. The 2 of Swords. The image is a woman who's balancing 2 cross swords, as one does, at a crossroad under a crescent moon. And what all that means is that she's kind of, her past is done, her future hasn't quite started yet, and she's feeling like, I'm going to be stuck here at this crossroads. Oh, she's blindfolded too. I don't know why. Tarot is weird. It's all about essentially funny hats and weird like shoes and pants. Once you realize that about the tarot, you've got it licked. Okay. So the Two of Swords, it indicates that you might be at a moment where you feel stuck, but you're not. Because every time something in our life is about to change, our old patterns get right up in our grill and then they leave. It's like throwing a drunk out of a bar. If you throw a drunk out of a bar, right before you push him out, he turns around and he goes, "You guys don't, yeah, I don't know who you're messing with. My brother-in-law's God, and my uncle is," and you push him out the door and he's gone. But he makes a lot of noise right before he leaves. And that's what happens. That's what's happening with a lot of us right now. Our old patterns are coming up really in our grill to be healed. So a lot of you might be paying attention to that and taking like curative action, getting sober, stopping smoking, uh, sending all your money to me as kind of a cleansing process. I encourage the latter. Okay, the second one is the Moon card, which is a very mysterious card. And depending on any tarot reader will have, every tarot reader seems to have a different interpretation of this. Can you see that? It's like a sexy Art Nouveau lady looking all moony. Um, and what it means, it's a feminine, mysterious feminine yin force. Yin is I'm sorry, this is bugging me. Oh, good. Okay, thank you. All better. Mysterious yin force. It's the female life force. Why can't I talk today? And it's also mystery, the occult, things hidden inside of things. Also, it sometimes means that somebody's lying to you. But in this case, I think it means that you're going to start seeing through somebody else's fibs or game. Essentially, as a jazz musician friend of mine used to say back in Chicago, Natalie, don't pee in my leg and tell me it's raining. Somebody's peeing on your leg and telling you it's raining, and you're onto them. So you're going to move on because you don't have time for that because of the Chariot, which is like one of my favorite cards to get for people I love, which is you. I mean, all of you, every single one, except that guy in the corner. I don't like him so much, but the rest of you, yes. Okay. The Chariot card, we're almost done, Natalie. Thank you for hanging in there. Keep doing that breathing, or keep breathing in general. So good advice. Okay. Chariot card is a triumph, often involving something artistic and a business sense, sort of like the right brain and the left brain, which is like right brain's creative, the left brain is organizational. The Chariot is like both of those working together. Often in a woman-run business, when you get this card, you're about to have a victory of some kind, which involves creative thinking and money, because creative thinking is great, but you can't go to Home Depot and say, "I had a fabulous idea. Can I have that rack of begonias?" At least didn't work for me. You're welcome to try. Okay, we're done. That's our week. And Natalie, are you still there or have you expired?
Here, I'm here.
I was just going to finish up. Void of Course Moon is like a 6 p.m. this evening to 10 a.m. tomorrow. Don't do anything important because it's not going to really matter. So, hi. I'm so glad you're here. I like to connect people through their birthdays. When is your birthday?
October 30th.
Oh, that's my favorite week of the year. That's October 30th, right? The first week of Scorpio. You guys are awesome. I was actually married to one of you for 20 years.
Oh,
You have
God.
all the best qualities of Scorpio and none of the sucky ones. I love you guys. So, hello. How can I help you, my angel?
What kind of readings do you normally do? Everything,
What you
or?
got? Yeah. You've got a question at the top of your head. I can answer that psychically. It's a little more difficult to talk to people on the other side, but I do that. I can guess your weight. What you got? What do you feel like? The world is your oyster or the mollusk of your choice. But really, what would make you
I don't
happy?
know, um, maybe like a career reading.
Okay, we could do that. All right, hold on. It's funny. I feel like, okay, I'm a writer, right? But for a long time, I worked in publishing, which is kind of like dating the brother of the boy you're in love with. And I feel like you're sort of doing that. You're in, right? You know exactly what I mean, right? I feel like you're kind of doing that
I
in some
know.
area of your life, like you're in a field that's related to what you love to do, but it's not, but you're not totally self-expressed in that. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. Good. Because if it wasn't, I was just going to hang up and go have a snack. Yeah. The thing is, you have a great personality, and I'm not trying to borrow money, and I'm not trying to make you like me. You just do. You're very, very, very likable, and you're very good with people, and you're likable in a way that works. Sometimes people who are very likable, they're like, they're a little. You don't respect them. It's like you like them, but they're trying too hard. But you don't have that. So you'd be. I realize HR is not like a dream possession for some people, but right now it pays well and it's steady. You also have talent for some sort of performance, acting, singing. Uh, I'm going to say, even if you've only been on stage once or twice, you felt at home there. Is that correct?
I mean, kind of.
Yeah. Uh, and it's funny. I think you have a good singing voice. I don't think you use it this time very much, this lifetime. But if you feel like it, it's there. I think in past lives, you kind of, I don't know, like sang and got in trouble for singing or something and were beheaded. But, you were beheaded in a couple of past lives. I never say that to anybody. That's really strange. Do you get a lot of sore throats? Okay. Meanwhile, you want to switch careers, but it feels to me like you also want to get some sort of training so you make more money, but you're worried that the time it takes to train will affect your finances. Is that pretty much on the money, so to speak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a
Um,
couple new things I've tried to learn, but I never actually left my full-time job.
yeah. Well, it's hard. I mean, full-time jobs are tiring. That's why they call them full-time jobs. And
Yeah.
and you're an active person. You're one of those people who goes and goes and goes and goes and goes until suddenly you go boop and fall over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And when you sleep, you really sleep. I mean, you're like, I don't know. I tried waking her. Is she dead? No. Um, but okay. I think I want you to make like 50 to 70K more than you're making right now. And then I'd like you to send me 10% of that. No, I'm kidding. But you're in Chicago. Great. Oh, which part of Chicago are you in? I used to live
Well,
in
actually, I moved to Michigan, so I live in
oh,
Michigan now, but I'm visiting home. Chicago is home.
oh,
I've been in Michigan almost 2 years now.
Michigan's great. I love people from there. I used to live in like Old Town, like North Avenue. I love Chicago. Um,
Nice.
and I was friends with all the uh, Second City guys, and one of them was a little tiny, lovely little man named um, Dan Castellaneta, and he's been the voice of Homer Simpson for 20 years. A little tiny, very slight, very lovely guy. You'd never guess it. Okay. Um, well, I'll tell you one thing. This is interesting. This just landed on me for you. One thing that you could study for while you have your day job, might take you a year or two, but you could do it at night and on weekends. Um, you'd make a great interior designer, especially if you threw like some feng shui training in there, which is the Chinese way of decorating a house that kind of balances the elements. Um, sounds crazy, but I think you'd be partially because you've got great taste. Thank you. Partially because 80% of high-end interior design is therapy. You're just listening. But I don't know. Is that
Well,
something? If I came to your house tomorrow, would I be like, Natalie, this is really pretty? And you'd be like, what the hell are you doing here? What? Um, I know that seems crazy, but does that appeal to you?
huh? What was that?
Mm. Interior design, like high-end interior design with
I got that part. I didn't hear what you said after that.
feng shui. Feng shui is it's gaining huge popularity, and you can make an extra 50K per job if you say you're certified in it. Feng shui is the Chinese art of interior design that not only is beautiful and goes with your regular training, but also aligns sort of the elements and balances them for maximum luck and health and prosperity and good stuff for the occupants. You'd be very good at that too, because you're kind of psychic. You are, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been told that. I've been
Yeah.
told that.
I'm telling you now. Again, there are talents you have that in this lifetime you've been a little, it's like you've been there, done that. And you were definitely executed in a couple past lives. And I'm sorry, but you seem to have gotten better. Um, but one of them was something to do with singing, and one of them was something to do with like psychic stuff or witchy stuff. So
Well,
I
if I
could
was a
see,
witch in my past life, that would make
y-
perfect sense because I've been into
yes,
witchcraft ever since I was a little kid.
you're a witch
Like
in
the
more than
school
one
used
past
to,
life. Yeah,
yeah,
more
that
than one.
makes perfect sense.
And a good witch, not, oh, are you a good witch? What a bad witch? Um, but you're a good witch. You're in a couple of times you had a lot of you were in the British Islands, the UK, sort of Welsh, Scotland, around there. Um, I'm going to say 14th, 15th century. You were a healer, kind of the town wise woman. Everybody liked you, but then somebody killed you. But it was nice to, well, it lasted. Um, and I never do this. Ask anybody. I never, but I'm very accurate about this stuff. You were also some sort of wizard because we are men and women in past lives. Although you've been a girl more often than not because you're very girly, which I like. Um, I mean, you're also very effective and very smart, but you're very feminine energy. So anyway, coming back, if money was no object and time was no object, what would you most like to do?
My dream is to work with animals, but I'm very squeamish and I can't handle the medical field.
Mm.
So, like,
Oh, that's
the problem is I have kids and working with animals doesn't really pay a lot of money. But if I could do anything in this world, I would open my own animal shelter and take in all the
you
animals that need
could be.
rescuing.
You could, and this is something I'm, I teach classes in this. You could be an animal psychic because very few people have that. I have it. My friend Nancy,
I've been
who's like
told
this,
that
you're an animal
animals,
psychic.
especially dogs, connect to me easily.
Yeah. Well, dogs come up to you in the street and they're like, it's you. I can't believe it. And they're like, look, everybody, it's her. That always happens to you. But all animals, um, really, honestly, if you want to get in touch with me privately, I can tell you how to, because animal psychics, if they're good and you would be good, and most of them are bonkers and bunk, but you'd be the real deal. They really make money, which is like, why am I doing humans? Wait a minute. Um, but you'd be great at that. And it is, once you get established, you get like a 3-month waiting list and you'd be really good at it. So I don't know. Interesting. Might not have a pension, but I know one of them who makes 350,000 a year. So
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, no, I'm telling you, they start at like 300 an hour, and it's worth
Holy
it.
fuck.
Yeah, right.
Sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's fine.
I didn't mean to do
I
that.
normally would take a second caller at this point, but I just have so fallen madly in love with your energy that my producers are like, go with Natalie. But the thing is, we forget that there are people out there who like light their cigarettes with $1 million bills. Okay, maybe they don't smoke and there's no such thing as $1 million bill, but you know what I mean. And if you sort of get your feet under you as an animal communicator, you're working with people who have like horses and lots of them. And,
Yeah.
or, people pay a lot of money for their dogs and they love them because dogs are better than people. Let's just say that and get it out in the open. Um,
It's
if
true.
something if something was wrong with my parakeets, I would sell my kidney on eBay uh, to pay for their being. I mean, yes, I would actually. Um, I love my parakeets. Their names are Tony and Marvin. Um, so
Oh.
there's that. I guess one of the reason I asked you that is because my guides, I do have papers saying that I'm sane. So when I say that I've got invisible people, please don't have me committed because it's not fun. But I do have like guides that I talk to, and they were sort of leading me down this path with you. What they want you to know is that things that we think we can't do, we can actually do kind of easily. The only thing that's holding, I'm going to say you. Some people don't have that power, and God bless them. You do. you have it in you to create any kind of life you want. And if you felt like doing the animal psychic thing, I'm happy to turn you on to trainers, keep your day job. And when you feel confident, 300 hours is not, it's not chump change. And you're helping people. You have 3 kids? You have 2.5 kids. No, that's not
4.
possible. You have 4 kids.
I have
Oh,
4 kids.
is the last one a recent addition? I didn't pick up on that one. No, they're great though. Okay, I'm not on about kids tonight. You have 2 boys and 2 girls. No, that's not right.
1 boy and 3 girls.
Oh God, I'm so sorry for him. I was 1 girl and
And
3
they're
boys.
the girls are all 1 year apart. They're 11, 12, and 13, and my son is 15.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, they've got a big brother. Nice names too.
Yeah.
Oh, your girls are pretty. Well, that's a good-looking family. I'm like, if I was 20 years younger, I'd be like, you know what? I'm not going to go there with your son, but he's very handsome. They're fine. I think that as they start to grow up, prepare yourself for the empty nest syndrome. So when they start to go out into the world, you're not feeling like, where are they? Which of course you're going to anyway. But I think honestly, I am digging the animal communication thing with because you have I know one other person, my friend Nancy Strauss is a world famous like pet sitter and communicator. I've only felt this in her. I haven't felt this in almost anybody else, at least in 20 years. You have a talent there. And
Yeah,
pet sitter,
I've been told I have a talent and I don't really know what it is or how to use it. I mean, I get intuition sometimes, but I think everybody does. It's just your body, your mind reacting.
it's honestly, everybody says, oh, I don't know how to be psychic. I spent 3 years because I had it anyway. We got 2 minutes. But when it runs in my family. But after I realized that I kind of had this more than most people, I got interested. So I had people over to my house like 3 times a week at night after work. And I do like $5 readings just so I could say, is that right? Is that wrong? So you have a talent. You'd only take a little bit of training. And I could tell you how to get that fairly easily. In fact, maybe I'll write a little book about that too. Anyway, so aside from that, your kids are fine. Actually, you have a bizarrely healthy, like mentally and spiritually and emotionally healthy bunch of kids. What's wrong with them? They're fine. And I mean, I never get to say, I've gotten to say stuff with you I've never said with anybody. And there's also a female relative who's on the other side who just wants to say she loves you. I don't want to
Blonde
ask
hair
if
and glasses.
that would be correct. Is this your grandmother?
My mother.
Oh, it's your mother. I didn't want to say your mother because on the off chance I was wrong, people are like, oh, what does that mean? But yeah, it's your mom. And boy, does she love you. She also wants to kick one of your brothers in the bum. So I don't know why, if you have a brother. But thank you for being so patient today. Is there anything else? We got like a minute and a half left, 30 seconds. Ask me one more thing.
Anything else? Anything else coming through for my mom?
Weirdly, did she like knit or crochet or do something? Was she skilled with her hands? Was that something you shared?
No.
Huh. Because I'm seeing her hands. I'm sorry, it's like playing a game of telephone with people I can barely see. Just that she really loves you. She's about 5'5", is that correct? And she's got a dimple here. She's really interesting person. I don't think Gemini kind of personality. Oh, I know. She says when you see, for some reason, blue flowers, are there even blue flowers? You're going to see blue flowers within 48 hours. It's her way of saying hi. Also, whenever you see a feather or pick one up, but stay away from my parakeets. That's your mom saying hi.